Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports. Today we're going to be discussing day 4 of the Houston Texans training camp. I'm going to allow some of you guys to go ahead and get on in here so we can talk about what we've been seeing and some of the interviews that we've been hearing from Bill O'Brien thus far. What's going on, DeMarcus? Welcome to the stream once again. Appreciate everybody following through. Oh, make sure I want to send a special shout out to Josh Beard. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Josh Beard. He's a former radio host on Sports Radio 610. He just started a YouTube channel. We're showing that guy some major love because he's talking Texas and he's talking it very authentic the way that we talk on the sauce. So you guys make sure that y'all go show that man some major love. Follow him on all his social media platforms as well as his podcast on YouTube and iTunes. Yes, I'm in the building. Shout out to D-Love, Art of Dialogue, B-Shell. What's going on with everybody? Oh, it's no problem, man. Roman, what's going on? Texas boy, what's good? Jesus, what's going on? Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into the discussion in a little bit. I'm waiting for a few more people to go ahead and get in here before we get everything cranked up. But yeah, for all you guys that make sure y'all go check out Josh Beard, man. The man was talking, man. I thought it was us that was on the damn thing because the way he was talking, man. Hey, he was talking some good shit. More than likely, he might end up falling through, in the stream. If he happens to see it go off with the notifications, or if he's just browsing on his Twitter or some timelines, things like that. Now that he follows me, so. Y'all let me know how the stream is looking. Let me know how it's sounding. Make sure everything is copacetic. Oh, yeah, man. Will Fuller's going off. Will Fuller, as long as he's healthy, he finna show boys. He finna show up. He finna show out. He finna show motherfuckers he's the best deep threat in the game. Stream's good? All right. That's what we like to hear. We should try to make a move. He wants to be traded. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. B-Shelv, I already know what you're going to say. You're going to say because, J-Joe got mixed up by Will Fuller? Bro, he does that to everybody. When you can do that to the Legion of Boom, when the Legion of Boom was still playing at their height with Sherman, Chancellor, Shaquille Griffin, and Earl Thomas, bro, ain't nobody safe in this league. So why is anybody surprised that J-Joe got mixed up on that play? Darren, what's good? D-Love, what up? M78, we should try to... Yeah, I believe we should move in on Trent Williams. It would be the best thing that would be smoking for this offensive line. And who can you trust on this offensive line to start at left tackle throughout the entire season? That's a even bigger question, and you ain't missed nothing. We just went live. I only been live 3 minutes, 20 seconds. So you ain't missed nothing yet. You ain't missed a damn thing, so don't even worry about it. I'm not sure if that picture of Bill O'Brien is up right now, but let me go ahead and go back and make sure I put that up on the screen. Oh, yeah, because he's looking real stupid right now. Oh, my God. It is, yeah. Because that's the face that we're making as Texans fans. That's the face we're making every time this man opens his mouth. Every time he opens his mouth, I just feel like, why are you opening your mouth right now? Like, with Cal firing Game, I feel confident that we'll make the right moves. Bro, it's not happening. Bill O'Brien is still in charge. Oh, and just an insight, man. This is why the Josh Beard contact, because let's just say Brian Game didn't have as much power as we thought he had. And I'm not going to mince, Josh Beard's words. But y'all make sure y'all go check that out. I posted a couple of links. In the future, no, he's not. And there is no future after this season. There is no future. You're talking about things that can and will happen later on. No, he will not. There will be no later on with Bill O'Brien. The fact you even want that, they're getting to you, D-Love. I don't know what's happening to you. I don't know what's going on with you. O'Brien getting fired, yeah, he needs to be fired, yeah. O'Brien is not going to be on. I was watching the video now. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. It's good to see somebody else from the Houston media who is actually taking part, that's been inside the organization and know how the other guys were working, and just knowing what was accepted and what was not on radio for discussion. And it's good to see somebody stand up and say, man, fuck this shit. If I gotta go to YouTube, talk, and get my following up that way and get my respect that way, hell, I go through that and just build my own shit versus being a puppet of a sports radio show that's not even popular amongst the country. So, yeah. Tony, yeah, what's good? Uh, Says the same shit every time he blows the game. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's no reason. He's giving us nothing but cause to pause. And that face that he's making right there on the screen should tell you everything that you need to know. The fact that they captured his picture that perfectly, and that's the situation in the face that he looks and that he makes every single time that you ask him a tough question. And somebody was probably getting ready to ask him a tough question and he didn't know how to answer it, so he had to revert back to his old ways and come up with some PC bullshit that nobody really respects. And shout out to Wise, man. Y'all make sure y'all do what Wise says, man, and y'all go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. Make sure y'all share these videos on any of your social media platforms and tell a friend. The season is getting ready to start. Let them know about the sauce and the rest of the round table. And send them towards our way so we can crank up our social medias, man. Since the season is back, I'm more active now. I'm already pumping out some more videos as promised. So it's time for me to go ahead and get back into that mode, because it's regular season mode, man. I was supposed to be on the sauce last night, but I was watching so much shit on YouTube, I wasn't even looking at my phone because I didn't get no notification on Skype from Honcho. But it was all good. I got to call in and gave my spiel, and I got to show some major love, because I don't care about showing love. We show love to all Texans tubers on this platform, and that's what some guy who we showed love to once upon a time doesn't seem to get when we showed him love. But we're haters. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on the sauce tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the sauce tonight. Yeah, you can see it in his face. Oh yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Joe Batista. Shout out to Joseph Lopez. Y'all welcome to the stream. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead. Yeah, we 15 deep right now. It's probably going to get a little thicker, man. People hit me up on social media and things of that nature. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and do it. I got my dad sub to you, to the sauce and you. Man, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. And hey, I don't know what's up with him, but hey, I ain't finna spend no time talking about him, because he don't, he doing his own thing. We'll leave copy and paste to do his own thing, and we're gonna worry about what we gotta worry about. There's no sense in worrying about what the next man is doing. And I pulled this up on Google, and there's a picture they took 6 hours ago when he was at his press conference, as soon as they got through doing practice. So it's just a picture, and it's leaving the fans to something to be desired. And as y'all can see in my headline, are the Houston Texans gonna be able to win with Bill O'Brien? And it's, with that face, can you really expect real fans of this football team to really be excited about what he's going to bring to the football team? So, with that said, we're going to cover a few things. And one of the things that's already been brought up, we're going to discuss Will Fuller and his impact this season. As it stands right now, Will Fuller coming back being healthy now. He's fully recovered from his injury. His speed looks phenomenal. That's not going anywhere. I really see this man being a thorn in every secondary's ass this year. But one critical game that I am so ready for him to play, because he hasn't played against New England since his rookie season. It is no way that we can go against New England again this year without Will Fuller. I think DeAndre Hopkins needs him. I think Kiki needs him. I think this offense as a whole needs him. And Bill O'Brien most definitely needs him, because he's a critical part of his play calling. And the main reason why I'm saying are the Texans destined to win with Bill O'Brien, because if a guy like Will Fuller goes down again, can we be so sure that he's going to bring somebody up behind him and keep enough depth that's going to be able to provide us something in the deep passing game when we need to get those yards down the field? I'm not so sure he is. What's up with Trent Williams? Man, hey, the man wants to get traded. I blessed to be a Texas fan page on cornerback. Let practice today with an injury. Hey, man, not surprised. That's what happens. I hope it's nothing major, but hey, that's what happens. And what's my the skin sign, the left tackle? I think Trent might get moved now. For that's with $1 million. I don't know, man. I haven't really looked into it, so y'all can keep me updated. I'll probably check into it as soon as I get through with this video, because I'm going to try to keep it to about 25 minutes. I don't want this to be a long video, because I want to be able to maintain a certain amount of traffic to where people can be engaged in the video. So I'm going to try to cut my streams very short. So back to Will Fuller. He's providing a whole lot on this football team, and it would be a shame if we lost him again. I really believe that with him and DeAndre Hopkins and having a healthy Kiki who's able to go up and make clutch catches, because Kiki is going to be my next segue into the next point, because without him, Bill O'Brien has shown the chinks in his armor in terms of play calling. It seems with Will Fuller, it seems he can call much better plays when he has a guy like Will Fuller at his disposal. And depending upon how he wants to utilize the tight ends this season, and whether he decides he wants to implement the running backs in the passing game like he should, because he has two legitimate quarterbacks who can go out, catch the ball, and make things happen in space when they get the opportunities. And it would be unfortunate for him to have a season where the tight ends and running backs are not thoroughly involved, as well as getting Will Fuller heavily relied upon in his football games. And to stand right now, he's doing very good things in camp. I like everything that I'm seeing from him. He's going up, he's gloving, he's breaking dudes all the way down, and dudes just can't keep up with his speed. So speed is going to be a major emphasis for this football team, and that's to be something that we can all desire to want to see once these plays are happening on the field. Next person I wanted to get in talking about was Kiki and what he's bringing to the table. He's the model of consistency, and he is what the Houston Texans have needed as slot receiver since the inception of this football team. Kiki is bringing something to the table that this team has never had, and that is big playability. The man will be able to convert on third down. He will be able to get a whole lot of things done. His speed, his quickness, and his football IQ is very underrated even as a rookie, because the way he was able to mesh in, man, I'm telling you, the man is able to make a whole lot of things go right. I feel like whenever you don't have DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller in the mix to really get them the ball, if you don't have the time throwing from the pocket, man, Kiki's going to be right there. So I think a major key to our success this year, going along with what Bill O'Brien has to do, is he has to make sure that Kiki is thoroughly involved. It's so funny that you just mentioned Dylan Cole, because I wanted to talk about Dylan Cole. And did y'all know unofficially that Dylan Cole ran a 4.38? Did y'all know that? But it makes sense to me, and the main reason why I say that is because when you're bumping dudes out on wheel routes like Duke Johnson, when you can go up the fat, ride the receiver all the way up the field 30 yards and stay step for step, get an interception, start to return the ball, and then you get hurt in the process, that man is special. And I feel like he was missed last year, especially in the passing game when it came to defending the tight ends, man. I think we really could have used his presence a hell of a lot more, and he's one of the players that I really think is going to take a major step, along with the next person that I'm about to mention, which is Carlos Watkins. Now, I haven't seen much from Carlos Watkins as of late. They haven't really been talking about Carlos Watkins, but I really think he's a legitimate option to be in between Jadeveon Clowney, DJ Reader, J.J. Watt, or however they choose to mix it up this offseason. And once the season starts. I really feel like if you have those type of guys up front at all times, it's not going to really be that much, and you're going to be able to clog lanes, shoot gaps, and guys like Zach Cunningham and Benardrick McKinney are going to end up having a field day. Amenahue, I am not high on him at all, bro. I watched his real tape instead of his highlight films. I watched his highlight films first to see what type of plays he can make. But when I saw his tape, it is horrible. The man gets pushed back. He was getting stoned by fullbacks. Like the man was getting handled. And if you don't have to take my word for it. Just go check out Vash Lombardi's tape of him. Even though he's a Cowboy fan, the man does excellent breakdowns, and he's well respected when it comes to breaking down tape. So I suggest you go check out the tape that he had on Charles Omenihu, where he had like 3 critical games, and Charles Omenihu was not as good as advertised when we drafted him. So back to my point. I forgot what I was talking about. Dylan Cole. Yeah, Dylan Cole, man, is going to be a major key cog and will probably be able to elevate his name a whole lot more this season if he's healthy and they happen to put this man on the field. And I think he has to get even more playtime now, the fact that Duke Ejiofor is gone. I think the fact that you lost him for the season before, when mini camps were happening, I just feel like, man, he has to get a bigger shot than what he's been afforded in the last couple of seasons. While his rookie season under Mike Vrabel, he got a lot of play and he made an instant impact the moment that he hit the field. But I think they have to play this man along with Carlos Watkins a hell of a lot more this offseason. I think depending on the 4-3 scheme, if they do happen, because they ran some 4-3 last year, but I felt if they do a full-time 4-3, and if you run some 5-2 at times, you run some different nickel packages, to really throw off the opponents, to really have the guys guessing instead of getting caught in motions and guys really don't know what they're doing. But this is one thing that I've harped on with this defense, and they lack communication, at least in the secondary. And I think losing a player like Andre Hal, this season to not go along with what Justin Reed was already building on, because they were working pretty good. And I was actually rewatching highlights of the Houston Texans season throughout last year. And when Andre Hal came back, he was playing exceptionally well. Now, he got beat on some plays. That's to be expected by any DB. But he wasn't giving up the big plays like he was the season prior when he had Justin Reed. And I feel like the trio between him, the Honey Badger, and Andre Hal, they all meshed very well, and they didn't really give up the big plays like certain fans claimed that they were doing. So, one of the other players that I think that I want to go ahead and I want to touch up on, Aaron Colvin is going to have to step up. Now, I know they're trying to, I'm going to pretty much pair him and Bradley Roby in at the same time. Bradley Roby and Aaron Colvin are going to have to step up tremendously this season, because we are going to be heavily reliant on having competent play from the secondary. I believe the front seven will still be able to get it done for the most part, because we have a lot of the same players. They already know how to play amongst each other. Rack has coached them up to a certain point, but I felt he has slipped some last season, and I'm not sure how he's going to go into this upcoming season with the way that he called plays last year. I think his level of aggressiveness, needs to come back with a vengeance, and he needs to let boys know that he is still one of the best defensive coordinators who has ever lived in this football game, and he needs to prove it with the Houston Texans this season. It is no way that we can get the same type of play calls from the secondary and not getting the pass rush that was needed at all times when you have the talent that we have on this football team in the front seven. I'm trying to see where else I really want to go with this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get some of you guys' questions. And Akins might get cut. What makes you say that, Darren? Who will be the team go? I think they're gonna go with Akins, Thomas, and Warren. That's who I think they're gonna go with. I mean, to have Darren Fells, and you know what? I seen somebody say that, and it was so funny. I was on social media, and the fact that This is one of the things that I'm saying when it comes to Bill O'Brien. Recently, Bill O'Brien came out and said a few days ago that he doesn't really want Deontay Foreman in pass protection situations. Why wouldn't you want him in pass protection situations? Because when you say that, that leads me to believe that you're going to end up keeping a 4 tight end set, or a guy like the fullback that we drafted is going to make this football team, instead of playing instead of playing special teams. Shout out to the UCF Jaguar, man. I just checked out your video a couple days ago, and the shit that you were saying about Njoku and how you were ready to get rid of damn near the whole defense just to keep Ramsey and Njoku and Ngakoue. My bad. I said Njoku. My bad. Ngakoue, and that was very telling to me, man. That was very telling to me for one reason. Why I don't know why you would want Calais Campbell off the team. That was probably one person that didn't make sense at all, because I think they mesh very well, Ngakoue and the front seven. But I don't know, man. I don't think y'all gonna be able to retain. I don't think y'all gonna be able to retain Jalen Ramsey, man. I think he's had his feel. I think he sees what his team is going. And to be honest, Nick Foles is gonna be the major reason, and the offense is gonna be a major reason if he does choose to stay or not. I feel like if you guys don't win the division, go to the playoffs, at the very least go to an AFC championship, with Tom Coughlin being the douchebag that he can be at times, I don't see him staying on that team, because he's just too much, and the mindset that he has does not mesh with the coaching staff and what those old guys think in the front office. I think he's too much for y'all. I like Campbell, but I would keep Ramsey and Ngakoue over him, especially with him getting older. And don't get me wrong, I don't blame you, because Jalen Ramsey is the cornerstone of it. He's already the best defensive player, if not one of the best defensive players that you guys have ever had. I mean, yeah, you got guys like Pistolesny, you got some other guys, but as a fan of football, it is not too many great defensive players that I can say who have dominated the game against quality opponents the way that Jalen Ramsey has in just his 3 years of playing football. Like, he's getting ready to go into his 4th season, and he's getting ready to do some big things. And he's going to show these dudes that, bro, I don't really need to go by what y'all saying or give a fuck about what y'all thinking, because he knows this shit is a show. He's going to entertain. But regardless if the Jaguars play him or not, somebody else will. That is a guarantee. Seth Alvarez, Jimmy R., what's going on with you fellas, man? Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. We damn near 30 people. I want to keep this shit going. If it reaches 30 people, then I might stay on for another 10 minutes. But I'm probably going to get ready to cut this video short in a little bit, and I'm going to end up coming back on another probably another video to talk about this Lonnie Johnson, because I want to give that its own little segment. So I'm not even going to worry about talking about that during this when you want to talk about Clowney. There's no sense in really talking about Clowney and the real situation, because as it stands right now, the man's not in training camp. The man wants to be paid. He's doing what he needs to do, and that's all we can worry about as a fan. As long as he's doing what he has to do, as long as he's stretching, as long as he's keeping himself active, that's all I care about. He doesn't have to be active with the football team. As long as he's active, he's doing something towards his craft to make sure that he's the best that he can be on this upcoming season. I have no qualms and no worries about Jadeveon Clowney whatsoever. It's the Houston Texans front office and head coach who need to be worrying about motherfucking Clowney. If they don't take care of their business, then, hey, we're going to miss out on him. The man is going to go somewhere where he can produce, and I guarantee the man will have a Super Bowl championship within the next 2 to 3 years. If not the following season, depending on where he goes. But Bill O'Brien is just giving me cause to pause, and he sounds like he's giving the same old record over and over and over and over again, man. And it's just not looking like much is going to change once this season starts to take off. But I could be wrong. Everything could. Poppy Salsa, what's going on with it, man? I don't think I had shouted you out yet, but yeah, I want to get you guys' take, man. How do you guys feel about Bill O'Brien taking over this season And where do you really think that he's going to have this team in standing? Because we only have up to the only direction we have to go is up. Because I want to touch bases on something that Jay Dizzle said the other night when after I called in, and he called in after me. He was the last call on last night's show on the Sauce. Shout out to Honcho, and it was funny when he said 10 wins. The best we could probably get at the very most to be even taken seriously, because 10 wins with the schedule we have when we play nothing but playoff caliber teams, if not Super Bowl, we're somewhere along the line, unless we're not going to the Super Bowl, we are playing a Super Bowl contender at some point this season with the schedule that we have right now. And since 30 people are in here, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and extend this this stream to another. Well, it just dropped right back off, so it ain't gonna stay. If it's not staying at 30, it's no point in me going ahead and saying that. So you guys make sure you guys hit that like button. But for us to hit 10 wins and for us to go to the playoffs and beat some quality opponent, it's not going to be hard for us once we get into the playoffs to beat a team, because we've been playing playoff teams all season. But that's totally going to depend on his play calling, his situational awareness skills, and can he actually get points once we get into the red zone. Because goal to goal, the man is phenomenal. I don't think nobody else is better in the business at going goal to goal than Bill O'Brien over the last 3 to 4 seasons. But with that said, that doesn't put points on the board, and we cannot rely on Kaimi Fairgair game in, game out to win us football games with field goals. Sooner or later, the accuracy is going to wane. Something's going to happen. The pressure's going to be on. And I don't want him to always be in that situation where he has to win us football games instead of Bill O'Brien allowing the quarterback to win us the football games, because he's just that talented. You didn't believe in him before in critical games, so it was going to take everything in you to believe in your football team now. You want everybody to buy into what you believe. Well, why the fuck don't you just believe in your players? Because they're the ones who've been carrying this football team since you've been here, regardless of the talent. So, with that said, man, I'm going to get ready to bring this video short, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to a couple of y'all questions, because I'm going to try to end it at the 30-minute mark flat. So let me go back to what's going on, Jimmy. Everything's going good. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while, Seth, man. I've been away. I know I've been away. Of course, you guys have seen me on the Sauce, if y'all active participants on the Sauce. But I haven't been on there even as much as I'd like to, because the season was just so depressing. And it's a lot of things that just haven't been happening that didn't provide my attention. So that's why I wasn't doing any videos. On top of the job that I have and having these kids all in the background, I'm able to do this video now because they little asses is asleep. So I don't want them running around and having excess noise in the background, while I'm doing videos. So I want to be able to give y'all videos like this where we can get to the point, touch bases, and we can share some dialogue about the Houston Texans. Let me see. Aikens balling. Yeah, Aikens is balling today. Yeah, I seen that. Fells had a shitty practice. I'm not surprised. Yeah. So y'all guys, I'm probably getting ready to bring this video to a close a lot sooner, so I can go ahead and get a couple of other pictures and make sure that I get everything up right for this next stream, because I'm about to restream. So you guys, if y'all are on YouTube, stay on YouTube. Just go to share this video or like this video. You can't, just show me some love, man, because we want to make sure that we get these Texans videos out so that more people can be a part of the conversation. Afford other Texans fans by getting in the comment sections, commenting, making sure that I show you guys love back, share these videos, and more people can talk about the Sauce and get the credit that it deserves. Y'all are part of this process, and without you guys, we don't even exist. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. We appreciate all the input that you give us back, and all we want to do is make sure that we're better for you guys. So with that being said, you guys make sure that you go share this video, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit up all the guys on the round table. If you need any links, I'll probably put them in the description box in the comment section once this video posts. And if you need to know any other Texans information, always come to Third Coast Sports TV. I'm your host, Wink. Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports.